But both teams are there based on merit. I mean, for me as a Cork person, I was distraught when Waterford won the All-Ireland semi-final. But I think really you'd have to give them major credit. They've been question marks over their ability to score goals, and banging in 4 goals against Cork, it really showed them, I suppose, that they meant business. It's going to be a big one for them. They haven't won it in, was it 59's the last time they won the All-Ireland? So really for them, I suppose it comes down to how they cope now with the next few weeks and how they cope with all the distractions. And I suppose Galway really have a little bit more experience there, having been there the last few years. I don't think that it's going to be a case it's going to be a dour final. I think both sets of forwards are well capable of racking up high scores, and I think it's going to be about who sets out their stall at the beginning to actually go out and look for the game and are hungry for the game. Waterford have proved already that the sweeper hasn't stopped them. I mean, any team that scores 419 in All-Ireland semi-final, you'd be wondering if they didn't play a sweeper, what kind of scores they'd be racking up. So I don't see it being, I suppose, uncompetitive in terms of the excitement and the entertainment it's going to provide for people. I mean, Garrod has been playing phenomenal stuff. I think, in the league, really, he was, for me, the player of the league in terms of what he did for Galway. He allowed, I suppose, the composure to come into Galway's play. The biggest question I would have had over Galway in the last few years is their consistency. And look, when they won the Leinster final against Wexford, it was the 10th game in a row they had won, which showed, I suppose, they were really developing and the composure was coming. Austin Gleeson is one of these prolific players that, he can score, he has the skill, he has the leadership for such a young player. But it'll be interesting to see now. I suppose both of them are on form. Both of them have the capability to produce a performance. But I think it is about, for me, about how Dahi Burke and Garrod work well, because so that full back line for Galway, for me, is one of the most crucial lines in the game. I would love Waterford to actually win the All-Ireland, just because I suppose they beat Cork. And I saw, for me, Kevin Moran gave an absolute leader display that day. For the first 40 minutes he controlled proceedings, and I would love the likes of him and Brick Walsh to win an All-Ireland medal. But I suppose equally the Galway guys, they haven't won it either since '88, so they would love an All-Ireland medal walking out in their back pocket. So I think it's going to be brilliant. As a neutral, I can't wait to see what the game holds. I probably think Galway will shade it, but I think my heart probably wants Waterford to do it as a Munster lady.